Hey, this Omar on here. Um, just discussing the Broncos signing Sean Payton, and whether that's a good addition. And when you first think about it, it's yeah, definitely. I mean, he ain't go to a place where it was gonna be a struggle for him to get back into the playoffs, or for people to remember how good of a coach he is. He went to Denver, and first thing that came to my mind was, you know, he wanted one of them LA jobs, but since they didn't become available, they might have missed out on a steal right here, and he going to a squad that the defense is already together. So to be honest, he don't really got to mess with it. The defense been solid for the past, I want to say the past 3 years. They've been solid enough to get wins. They just really had they just needed more from the offense. So uh, the secondary is going to be even better. If they be healthy. Simmons, Jackson, Surtain, and Matthews. You know what I'm saying? The dude that I think is gonna have a monster year next year is uh, Baron Browning. He was already showing flashes of it, and he kind of made it where Brandon Jacobs was expendable. You know what I'm saying? So he got a little more upside, I guess, what the people in the building thought. So the defense is already straight. They could just get another young guy, another rotational player, but they can literally just send out the same starting 11, and they can just start back where they left off at, because their defense held them down for most of the games. Aside from the Rams game, and the KC game and the Oakland game, those are the only 4 games where the offense actually scored a lot of points. The Chargers, they did that on the last week of the season, but I'm saying before the last week of the season, it was just 3 teams that scored over 20. Everybody else was barely hitting 17 or whatever. So like I said, their defense is all the way solid. They got to work with Russ. I think that he got the expertise to like draw up the plays that's going to work. I mean, you seen him work with Drew Brees, you seen him work with Bridgewater, you seen him work a little bit with Taysom Hill, you seen him work with Jameis Winston for that brief little period. He cut down on Jameis's turnovers, and he made him more of an efficient passer. So I'm thinking Russell is better than Jameson. So I think he gonna come and do the same thing with Russ. You're gonna have your Javonte Williams. If he come back and he's 100%, he could be like his Alvin Kamara or whatever, and then they still didn't really utilize Chase Edmonds off the trade that they got. So he's somebody that's not no bum, but I think he gonna work his way to get some reps next year. And they receivers, one of them gotta like show the date that true number one. Is it gonna be Judy? Is it gonna be Tim Patrick when he come back? Is Hamler? Hamler was like they deep threat guy. Is it gonna be him? Or is it they gonna be feeding the tight ends? That a lot of the tight ends started looking good toward the end of the season. And so they gonna they're gonna have to just, and then the O line, they gotta work on the O line for sure. The O line was kinda real weak, especially when one of the dudes got hurt. And then it kinda made like they kinda got exposed. They couldn't really do anything on a consistent basis, you know what I'm saying? So they work on Russ. You know what I'm saying? If Javonte be a whole season with Russ, that's gonna be a different element to the offense. And then one day receivers definitely got to step up. But it was a solid addition. Whoever got him for a coach was gonna get a guy that was gonna come in and turn the team around. Like, you know, And the fact that if he would have went to the Rams, it was like, they don't got the picks, so they gotta hope to sign or get somebody on the trade. So that might have been more of a rebuild. If he would have went to the Chargers offense was straight. They just gotta, the defense to get better. But then the team he picked is already a playoff defense, playoff caliber defense, and then you just tighten up on the offense, and they should be vying for one of those spots, one of them 7 spots for sure. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. All right, thanks for listening.